So I've been teaching for about 13 years now, and to be honest, when I first started my teaching career, I went through a certification program called the Golfing Machine back in 2009. And one of the imperatives of the golfing machine is having a flat left wrist. So that means that when I come in to hit the golf ball, the left wrist has to be flat, which then forms what we call a line of compression, which means that when I strike the ball, the club and the left arm are right in the same line. And through my 13-year career, I've kind of read a lot of books and studied a lot of what the greatest teachers are. And there's a kind of a parallel with almost all instruction that says that this flat left wrist is extremely important. So you'll see a lot of times in golf instruction about talking about trying to kind of hold on to angles or hold on to lag coming down into the golf ball as you come in to hit the golf shot, basically trying to avoid flipping the hands. So about 5 years ago, though, I had a revelation that if you hold on to lag too long, the whole point of holding on to lag is so that at the moment of impact, that's when you kind of release the power. See, a lot of kind of average golfers have a problem of casting or getting rid of the club too early. And to avoid that, most instruction says for you to hang on to the angle for as long as you can. Well, about 5 years ago, like I said, I had a revelation that if I actually ask people to throw the club on purpose, so this is something that's kind of odd. Most people don't like the idea, or most instructors don't like the idea of encouraging someone to throw the club because they're trying to prevent people from early casting and everything like that. But what I found was that when I asked someone to throw the club, they actually made more consistent contact, hit the ball straighter, and actually hit the ball farther with less power. And let me explain just a little bit more on that third one, hitting the ball farther with less power. As you can see here, if I hold the club here, trying to hang on to the angle with my right wrist here, and I'm just going to try to create a swish sound with the club, you'll see that I'm going to basically try to turn my body as hard as I can, which is talked about in most golf instruction, is to try to turn and hang on to the angle as long as I possibly can. Listen to how loud the swish that I can kind of create here. So there's some swish there, but it's not extremely loud because I'm hanging on to the angle for too long. However, if I came through and I stopped my body and actually allowed the club to flip or release or throw the right hand muscle into the golf club weight and allow it to kind of snap through, you can hear that there's actually a lot more swish present, and it's with a lot less effort. And the reason is because instead of me trying to move the club as fast as I can by using my bigger muscles and just rotating as fast as I can, I use something called, what I like to call, just kind of like a whip action, similar to how you would snap a whip, where you kind of use angles and you snap those angles to kind of create faster speeds than you could ever create with your muscle. So with my muscle and my bigger muscles, me rotating as hard as I can only create X amount of power, meaning that if I put in X amount of effort, I will get an X amount of power. However, with this snapping angle, I can actually give in X amount of effort and I'll get probably close to like 5X amount of power. Meaning, so I'm like multiplying the effort that I'm putting into and getting a louder swish as opposed to hanging onto the angle and just simply rotating as hard as I possibly can. So today's video was more to kind of just explain a little bit of philosophy of why in a lot of my videos I don't talk so much about trying to hang on to lag, but I actually encourage the right hand to throw it away. And one of those reasons is that it creates effortless speed through a snapping action as opposed to just trying to rotate as hard as you can. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and click on the subscribe button below this video. If you want notifications for my future videos, that's a great way to do it. Also, if you like today's videos, please go ahead and click on that thumbs up like button. That really helps out my channel. Also, if you have any comments or questions on the video, please go ahead and put them down below. I try to read them all and give them all a reply. Lastly, if you have anybody in your life that could benefit from today's video, please go ahead and share this link with them so that they can see this video as well. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I really, really hope this helped your game.